Hi and welcome to the latest issue of Quick and Crafty. The August issue is on sale now and it's priced just $3.99, so I do hope you have your copy to hand. Now don't forget our Readers' Day. It's on September 25th and it's held at Paper Chase on Tottenham Court Road, London. It will be a morning and afternoon scrapbooking and card making demonstrations with a much needed coffee break. Now our Quick and Crafty readers that attend the day have the chance to receive up to 20% off selected crafting goodies. But if you can't attend the day and you miss out, you can also receive up to 20% off scrapbooking kits from Paper Chase throughout the month of September. You can also walk away with a Quick and Crafty goodie bag, but more details of the Readers' Day will be in the August issue, so keep your eyes peeled. Now Corinne's here with the latest gossip on the August issue.
Hi Kirsty.
Hiya Corinne. So what we got coming up this month?
Well, the free gift on the August issue of Quick and Crafty is this set of metallic craft threads. They're elasticated threads and they're great for jewellery making, card making. You know, you can really sort of go to town on this. I mean, even sewing with them, you can couch if you're doing embroidery. Jill Albers has come up with a number of ideas. The beautiful decorated candle, which I know you've got your eye on.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
But there's some really nice cards, and she's used beads and sequins on there. And so the colourways as well. They're very up to date. And
I love the
love
pink.
This, yeah, I love this blue. Very nice. But Jill's been very busy this month actually. She's come up with a set of, like a home deck set. There's this striking pot for putting your houseplants in, a lovely bowl, and just underneath there you've got a canvas, which is really cool actually. A couple of cards to go with it, and I do like the way that she's used that dark pink with the sort of muted mossy green. So
you can
really
see this
pretty.
at a barbecue in the middle of the table,
Yes,
just as a
yeah,
decorative
don't put it in the
piece.
dishwasher though, because
No.
it isn't paper.
Yes.
Also, there's a lovely jewellery stand here that Leslie Hardy's made. You see the detail that's gone into it. She's used material and papers. There's also silk flowers and gemstones, and a couple of really nice eclectic cards that go with it as well. I say that's taken her quite a while, I would have thought, but it's really worth the effort doing something like that.
The detail that's gone into this is amazing. It's gorgeous. So what else we got coming up?
Well, we've got a profile on textile designer Claire Nicholson. She'll be showcasing her latest designs for this season. There's a guide to how to make your home hip. There's all sorts of expert tips, ideas and suggestions on how to make your home look pretty and make it look your own. I mean, nesting is still a very popular UK pastime.
Yeah, of course it is.
And sometimes it's so expensive to go and furnish a home, especially a new home, but you want added touches. I mean, you'll know, you're looking at things already, aren't you?
now, yeah.
There's a handy feature on shopping online, you know, how to browse the net, the best sites to see, how to buy securely. You know, it gives you hints to encourage you to, mind you don't need any
I don't need
to buy
any
online
help
anyway,
at all
do you?
to buy online, no. Whether it be clothes or crafting goodies, I'm just always on the spend, I think. So what are you showing us today?
Well, Jane Gill has used brush markers. These are Tombow brush markers, and you've got a thin tip and a brush tip. And she's used them on a variety of cards here and rubber stamps. So you can either ink your stamp up with a brush marker and stamp on it, or you can have a stamped image that you emboss and then colour it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a watercolour background. Now the way that Jill has done this one, you know, you've got sort of a merged background, is she's put her ink onto a tile, made it wet, and made the card wet and just brushed it on with a brush, so you've got a very faint colour. But I'm just going to show you another very quick technique and how to get the simmer effect.
Right.
And it involves some brush markers, some spray.
Are we going to get dirty?
And a lot of mess, yes. Just put random squiggles of brush marker on there. I'm using the same colours that she's used.
Oh, that pink's gorgeous.
It is, very bright. Just, you don't want too much green, and the thing is you need to work quickly, because when the green and the pink and the purple, they will merge into a mud colour. Leave them on there, and say this is just a normal household, you know, kitchen tile.
Yeah.
Get a spray bottle of water, and if you cut yourself a 10cm square of watercolour paper. Now watercolour paper is great because you can make it absolutely soaking wet and it dries out and it's still flat.
Oh, right.
You know, so it's a really nice, decent weight as well. So if you just spray it, I'll do it over here so I don't soak you.
Don't make the hair go curly.
Spray your paper first of all so you don't get any air bubbles. Give a goodly amount of spray onto the tile. So you've got plenty of water on there. Just let it merge for a minute, and then if you just lay your paper on top, squash it down. Don't leave it on there too long. Peel it back.
Oh, wow.
And you've got a beautiful
so
image.
cool.
Now I'm just going to move that without spilling water everywhere. What you can do is just blot it with an old tea towel to get any excess water from it.
Yeah.
And the ink will stain it, so it shouldn't merge into each other. And then what she's done here, you've got a torn edge, and the easiest way to do it is while it's still wet, because it will tear much easier. And if you tear it so that the edge is towards you, you'll end up with a nice white background. Very quick and easy to do. And because, say, the paper is so wet, it tears very easily.
It's a great idea, isn't it?
And when you leave if you leave it flat, it will dry flat. You know, it won't dry wrinkled.
Yeah.
This one here I've just done earlier. This one's completely dry. Now what Jane has done is she's used embossing powder, so that when she colours it in, it doesn't go over the edges. Rather like glass painting, you'd have an outliner and then you'd put the paint on the inside. I don't have time to emboss today, so what I am going to use is a stays-on pad, because I know that won't run. So you can still stamp on damp material, and it won't run because it's not a dye-based ink. Ink your design up, place it over, and give it a good push down.
It's a gorgeous stamp.
It's quite nice. It's a set by Francois Reed, and you make it up as you like. You know, there's all separate components.
It's really
so you
nice.
can make the design up as you liked it. And then what you can do is you colour the flowers in with the same colours, but of course they become stronger. The way to spread the colour, this is just a water-filled paintbrush. You can pick these up in art shops. It's just a reservoir that you fill with water. Screw the top on, give it a quick squeeze, and you'll see that there's water comes out of the tip.
Right.
So if you put a little bit of water on your card first, take a brush marker, just lightly brush on a bit of colour, and blend it. You can get really nice subtle tones. I mean, you can of course use the brush marker to make heavier colours if you want, but it's more like a watercolour effect.
Yeah.
The other thing is, if you find that you've got too much water, what you just need to do is just scribble with your brush marker on the back again, because the water will suck the ink out of the brush marker. But it hasn't run out, it's just got too much water on there. So when you've finished, what you can do is, you've got a card like this, mat it onto a piece of paper, put a couple of brads there, and then mount it on the front of the card.
Corinne, that's
and you're
lovely.
done.
They're really nice, very girly and pretty.
Yes.
Very pleased with those. Let us know how you get on. Send yours in. It's www.quickandcrafty.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. Make sure you never miss out on a copy of your favourite craft magazine by subscribing to Quick and Crafty via direct debit for only $8.99 every 3 issues. It's just £37 in the UK for 13 issues, £65 in Europe and £75 for the rest of the world. Subscribe now and you'll get a great free gift, a Fiskars Guillotine and Craft Selection Pack containing bumper sets of pretty papers, card and sparkling embellishments worth £50. Call the hotline on 01778 392 493 or subscribe online at www.quickandcrafty.com.